Hello everyone, my name is Roya and today I have some most anticipated 2019 releases to talk to you guys about. So this is only for the first half of the year because I pretty much never, we don't always hear about books coming out in the latter half of the year until it's the latter half of the year or closer to it anyway, because, I mean, my most anticipated read of the year last year actually was by one of my favorite authors, and I didn't even know about it until like April almost. And yet I had been checking Goodreads for a new book from her, and still didn't hear about it until April. So I'm not even gonna mess with the last half of the year. This is just the first half of the year. I have narrowed it down to 6. I prefer to do 5, a top 5, but I just couldn't leave any of these out. I had to talk about all 6 of them. So The Afterword by E.K. Johnston comes out on February 5th from Penguin, and this is about a bunch of knights who are all women, and they're basically all women of color, and they're queer. And I read the first couple of chapters on Bookish First, and I absolutely loved what I read, and I am so excited to read the rest. My mistake, it's the 19th, not the 3rd or 4th or whatever it was I said. On March 5th from Little Brown, we have Once and Future by Amy Rose Capetta and Corey McCarthy. This is also about queer women who are knights and whatnot. This is a King Arthur gender-flipped retelling that is set in modern day, and I love King Arthur retellings. It's one of my favorite things to read retellings of, and if it's queer, even better. Next, we have quite possibly my most anticipated release of the year so far, Return of the Thief by Whalen-Turner. This is the 6th and final book in the Queen's Thief series, and I am so excited to read this. If you don't know, I recently, as in a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago, something like that, read this series and gave every single one of them 5 stars. The first time I think that any one series has actually gotten 5 stars for every single book in the series, so I am anticipating that this one will be just as good. And that one comes out on March 19th from HarperCollins. On May 14th from Macmillan, we have We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faizal, and this is a book that has been so hyped lately. So this is set in a Middle Eastern inspired fantasy world, which please give me. I want like all the Middle Eastern fantasy there is, like pretty please. But what really makes me excited to read it is the author. So she is really awesome. So if you don't know, not only is she Muslim, but she is a niqabi, and so she covers up like her whole face except for her eyes and everything. And so during her publishing journey, she had to deal with like, are people going to publish somebody who they don't know what they look like? And also she runs a very successful Etsy store that she basically supports her whole family off of, like her siblings and everybody. And so she just seems like such the coolest person. Now the next 2 I am going to talk about are the only contemporaries on this list, and they are both by authors that I've loved everything they've written so far, which is not very much, but still. So these are both Middle Eastern inspired and also queer books, I believe, and I'm very, very excited. On June 4th from HarperCollins, we have Like a Love Story by Abdi Nazemian, and if you don't know, he is the author of The Authentics, which was my absolute favorite, like one of my favorite books of 2016, or 17, yes, 2017, and I also recently read his other book, which is an adult contemporary, and I am really excited about this book. It follows 3 teenagers in the 1990s, and I was a child in the 90s, not a teenager, so I probably remember different things from what the main characters would be experiencing in this, but at the same time it does, it probably will have a like certain nostalgic factor and all that stuff as well. But yeah, so there will probably be queerness, there will probably be Persianness in this, but like literally I will read anything this author writes. He's a really good writer, and like literally he could write like a dictionary and I would still read it. So definitely check this out. And finally, last but certainly not least, we have Tell Me How You Really Feel by Amina May Safi, and this comes out from Macmillan on June 19th. This is about a couple of girls who fall in love. And yes, I love ladies loving ladies. And I actually read the first couple of chapters of this on Bustle and loved what I read so far. And basically, one thing that I just love about Amina May Safi's books is that her main characters are so sassy in this very, like, I don't care what you think way, and they're so hardcore, and just like they will do like absolutely whatever it takes to try to do whatever it is they're trying to do. So those are my most anticipated releases of 2019. There are certainly more books that I'm looking forward to, but these are the absolute most anticipated that I just have to get my hands on, like as soon as they come out. So anyway, let me know which books you are most looking forward to, and I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye!